Good morning, good afternoon, good evening internet, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Economical Rides. Well, hi there my lovely viewers and subscribers. You join me today out on Buddy, the Meteor. I haven't ridden Buddy for the longest time. I think the last time was the One Ride, Royal Enfield One Ride, so that would have been kind of mid-September time. Sounds about right. So yeah, I haven't been out on Buddy for a very long time, so I'm just getting reacquainted with him. And in this video we have an apology, we have an Other Bods Mods segment, and I also have a channel recommendation for you. So I don't think I've taken you down this road before. It's got a pretty terrible surface actually, so it's a good test of the suspension, but it's quite scenic. It's a lovely day today. Unfortunately the wind's gusting quite strongly, so hopefully the wind's not too bad. I'll just keep the speed down for you. It was like this yesterday but with zero wind. Yesterday would have been a great day for filming, but unfortunately I had housework and other stuff to take care of. So there you go, that's quite a nice view for you. Yeah, so apology. Yeah, I'd like to apologise for the fact that my last video wasn't released until 11 PM. That was beyond my control really. I had the video uploaded for Tuesday at 5 PM and I had it scheduled to release at 7 PM as normal. And at 7 PM I had a quick check just to make sure YouTube had finished processing. Oh, this is a very rough repair here, so we'll use the other side of the road. And at 7 o'clock they were still processing HD, so it was only available in 320p. So I quickly withdrew that video from release, and I thought I'd just keep an eye on it, and as soon as the HD version is finished I'll release it. Well, believe it or not, it took until 11 PM for the 1080p version to be finished. And normally that takes less than an hour, so I don't know why it took 4 hours this time. And even then it was only 1080p, but I did release it because at least it was HD. And I think the 4K video wasn't ready until sometime in the night when I was asleep, so no idea what was going on there, so apologies for that. I know a few of you were expecting a video to come out at 7 PM. That is my normal release schedule, Tuesday 7 PM, and if I'm doing 2 videos in 1 week it will be Thursday at 7 PM for the second video. That was the intention. Everything was planned from my side. I was just let down by the other side unfortunately, so apologies for that if you were waiting. I'm sure most of you caught up with the video the following day or later on. So yeah, apologies for that. So also I'd briefly like to talk about the reaction to my last video, where I didn't exactly hide the fact that I wasn't a great fan of group rides, and judging by the comments that's quite a common opinion. I think that was the consensus, that most of you don't like group rides. I think it's always difficult. It does depend upon the level of organisation, if people are schooled properly in what to do and what not to do, and if there are people there trying to enforce it. I see no reason why you couldn't go out in a big group and feel safe and relaxed. But when it's a free-for-all like this ride was, it's the opposite of relaxing really. You can't relax for a moment, you need eyes in the back of your head. So yeah, I was interested to hear that many of you share my feelings that those sorts of group rides are best avoided. When I was asked if I'd like to go by Annabelle, I did. My initial reaction was no, because I know I don't like group rides, motorcyclists. But then I thought about it and I thought, well, it would be a different video, and I did need a video. So basically, I knew it wasn't my comfort zone. I knew I probably wasn't going to enjoy it. I mean, apart from the group ride, it was fine. But the actual group ride part was the part that I didn't enjoy. So yeah, I went a little bit out of my comfort zone on that one, knowingly. And I wasn't disappointed. I didn't enjoy it. So there we go. But you have to try these things. You have to sometimes force yourself to try something, and I tried it. And I probably won't be doing it again next year. Yeah, so we're still climbing here. This is where we came from, down there. So, I think what I'll do now, because this video shouldn't be too long, I'll hand you over to me in the studio for the Other Bods Mods segment. So enjoy that, and I'll see you back here in a bit.
Other Bods Mods, Other Bods Mods. Some of you bods are clever sods. Other Bods Mods, Other Bods Mods. Let's pay respect to some Other Bods Mods, yo.
Come on, fit you.
Respect. So, welcome to another Other Bods Mods segment. We start off in the United States with Scott Davis and his classic 350 called Trigger. Now, as we can see here, Scott actually goes camping with his classic 350, and he seems to have two different luggage configurations. For normal riding, he seems to prefer these leather bags. Now, these leather bags are very smart, and he's had some RE patches made and sewn onto the bags, and I think they look really good on the bike, as you can see here. And I'm guessing for more storage, when he's camping, he also can fit these niche panniers, which appear to be available from Amazon. Here's a little picture. So those are his luggage configurations. In addition to his panniers, Scott also has this top box, and to mount this top box he actually made his own mounting solution, his own rack, which you can see here. Because Trigger needs to keep warm and dry, he also built this storage container stroke workshop to park Trigger in. That looks like it was a bit of a project for you, Scott. Here we can see that Scott has also fitted some extra riding lights on the engine crash bars. We can also see that he has an interesting twin seat solution here, with the front seat being sprung. And here are those lights in action. So, here's a slightly different mod, one we haven't seen before, but Scott has fitted a 16-tooth front sprocket as opposed to the standard issue 15-tooth front sprocket, just to make the engine a bit more relaxed at higher speeds. So I think this is a great option for people that maybe have to ride fast roads quite often, or who are looking to cover large distances on faster roads with their classic 350. I've been interested to try this myself actually, but in my use case normally I wouldn't need it, but according to Scott this does reduce the revs quite nicely at about 60 to 65 miles per hour, so it's definitely a mod worth considering if you do a lot of that kind of riding. So that was Scott Davis Classic 350 Trigger from the United States. Thank you for your submission, Scott, really appreciate that. I know you had to wait a long time for your bike to be featured, and I apologise for that. It was just down to a lack of other bikes to feature. So I'm pretty sure if any of you are interested in any of the mods that Scott has done, he'll be happy to give you some more information via the comment section below. So if you have any questions for Scott, put them in the comment section and I'm sure he can sort you out. Thanks again, Scott, really appreciate that. So next up we have Peter from the UK with his Meteor 350. Now, regular viewers of the channel will be familiar with Peter, aka LanesExplorer. Peter helped me out with the spacers to mount my cases to my Meteor back in the day, and these days he's quite busy with his own YouTube channel, so check it out if you haven't already. Peter likes to explore lanes in the beautiful English countryside on his Meteor 350, hence the channel name, but he also does nice videos with model boats and model railways. So yeah, definitely worth checking out if you haven't already. So Peter has sent me some photos and some information to 2 new bags he's fitted to his Meteor. So we have a tank bag here and a tail bag here. The tank bag is the Kappa Alpha 200 and it's expandable, and the tail bag is the Held Medium Expandable tail bag. The tank bag cost around £40 and the tail bag from Held cost £50. Because when mounted to the rear seat, the tail bag was too high for Peter to easily get on and off the bike, he decided to remove the rear pillion pad and attach the bag directly to the rear subframe. He made some spacers to push the grab handles outwards a bit to enable the rear bag to sit neatly between grab handles, and the grab handles are obviously unobstructed and easy to use. So here are the spacers Peter made, and as you can see it just pushes the grab handles outwards a bit, and here you can see the rear bag nestling neatly between them. Peter uses the rear bag mainly for carrying his puncture repair kit, which you can see here, and his small motorcycle toolkit. The tank bag is predominantly there because it has a map pouch on the top, and Peter likes to navigate with maps because he's old school. And yes, you can see here, that's what the maps look like when they're in the pouch. And interestingly, Peter told me that he actually gets his maps from an app called Anket, and for £28 per year as a subscription service, you can just download, print off maps as and when you need them. So you don't have to lug around a map of the entire UK. If you're just going for a ride somewhere local, you can actually just print out the section of map that you need. So definitely worth a look. I didn't know about this service at all, but yeah, check out Anket. I shall have a look at that myself. And here are some images of the 2 bags expanded and collapsed back down again. So thank you, Peter. That was Peter's Meteor 350 from the UK. Peter, aka LanesExplorer, thank you very much for that little submission. And again, if you have any queries about what Peter did here, just try and get in touch with him via the comment section below, and I'm sure he'll sort you out. So, and last but by no means least, we have Stefan Manilov's Classic 350. As you can see here, Stefan has fitted the Indian standard fit heel toe shifter to his Classic 350, which I think plenty of us would agree is a worthwhile upgrade. But interestingly, he's also changed the handlebars on his Classic 350. You can see here, these are handlebars from a YBR 125 Yamaha. They cost about €20. It's been quite a straightforward fit. He hasn't had to extend any cables or do anything too complicated. He's currently having an issue with the bar ends. They're not fitted because the threaded inserts for the bar ends in the original bars are very captively fitted, i.e. he can't get them out of the original bars, so he's going to have to find a solution for the bar ends. But I think you'll agree this is quite a nice mod. Certainly I wouldn't fancy tackling it, but it seems to have been fairly straightforward, and it leaves you with a more upright handlebar, a little bit more Meteor-like, maybe reminiscent of the Indian bullets of years gone by. So yeah, this is an interesting mod. So that was Stefan Manilov's Classic 350. Thank you, Stefan, I really appreciate it, and it's certainly a mod that we've not seen on the channel before. And again, if anybody has any queries about how to go about doing something similar, I'm sure if you ask Stefan in the comments below, he will probably be able to get back to you and give you some tips. So thank you again, Stefan, really appreciate that. So there you go. Those were our 3 bikes for this Other Bods Mods segment. 2 classic 350s with very different mods. Stefan's handlebar mod. And Scott's diverse mods, mini mods. And also some nice luggage options with Peter's Meteor 350 with the tank bag and the tail bag. So that was Other Bods Mods for this video. If you have any mods or any products that you fitted to your own bike and you'd like to share it with the community, just drop me a line, either via email. My email address can be found on the About tab of my YouTube homepage, or Instagram. My Instagram account is EconomicalRides, written together as one word. Yeah, and if you'd like to share any of your mods or products that you found really useful to make your Royal Enfield life a lot easier, just send them to me and I'll be happy to feature them in a future video. So that was that for this segment. Now I'll hand you back to me out on the road somewhere, probably enjoying riding one of my lovely 350s.
Yes, indeed I am. I'm enjoying riding Buddy again after a long time. So welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that little Other Bods Mods segment, and yeah, I look forward to receiving your own mods or products that you've bought for your Royal Enfields, so we can do more Other Bods Mods in the very near future. So please don't be shy, send me your stuff, some information, some pictures, and I'll be happy to feature your bike on Other Bods Mods in the future. So here we can see they've sort of patched this road in places, but it's pretty awful, and even this bit's washboardy as heck, and then you get the odd good patch like this one here. Yes, so what else? Yeah, basically finally today I just wanted to give you a channel recommendation. The channel I recommend to you wholeheartedly is Dan Rodemski's channel. Now you may remember Dan Rodemski from my previous Other Bods Mods segment. He sent me loads of pictures of his classic 350 and the mods that he'd done to it, and subsequently he's started his own channel. The first video I saw up there was when he was out for a ride on his Harley. He's got a big Harley. And he's also started posting videos with his classic 350. Now Dan is in North Carolina in the United States, and the videos that he's posted so far, because they're in autumn, everything is beautiful there. They've got these beautiful autumn colours everywhere, so yellow, red, brown, just really gorgeous. So the videos are stunning. He's got some lovely roads there that he rides, and he also has a great line in banter, so he usually just talks the whole time while he's riding, a bit like me, and you just get to enjoy the ride with him. Some gorgeous scenery, and yeah, very good audio, very good video. So I think Dan's doing really well, and I think he's going to be quite successful. So pop over to Dan Rodemski's channel. I'll link it in the video description as well. And if you like it, if it's your bag, maybe consider giving him a sub and encouraging him to keep going, because I really do enjoy watching his videos. I find them very scenic and very entertaining, because as I say, he does have a nice line of banter, so he's quite entertaining to listen to. So I think that pretty much wraps it up for today. I don't want this video being too long, because I don't want to try your patience too much. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a like, because it really helps with getting my channel and my videos recommended. The algorithm's a bit tetchy these days, so the more likes I can get, the better. That would really help me. Subscribe if you haven't already, of course. And if you really don't want to miss any of my videos, you can always hit the notifications bell. I'm just avoiding some gravel here. Yeah, so I wrap this one up. I think it's most likely, yes indeed, some meat products are about to meet a grisly end, so I'll leave you to Ruby and the meat products, and I look forward to seeing you in a future video. Bye bye. So tell me, Ruby, what is it the YouTube people want to see? What is it? You eating sausages? Are you sure? Go on then. Sausages. No more. All gone. Like and subscribe.